All right, let's get started in our child's pose. So we'll bring our big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, and then let's just walk our arms forward and allow the forehead to rest down on the mat. Forearms will just begin to completely relax down. Middle of the forehead is just resting heavily down into the earth here. And we'll take this time in child's pose to just presence ourselves to our mat, to the space you're in, to our breath and our bodies. Notice as the breath gets heavy and long, completely natural, not working on changing or fixing anything. Eyes are closed if that feels okay for you, allowing the eyeballs to be heavy behind the lids. Soften the jaw. Notice the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Notice all the muscles in the face just completely relax. Soften the shoulders. And notice the palms of the hands get really soft so that there's some space underneath the palms. And as we presence ourselves to the space, we can begin to notice the sounds around us. Noticing the quality of the air touching the skin, the clothing touching the skin. And then beginning to move the awareness inward. Noticing the quality of the breath. Is the breath long and deep, short and shallow? Just noticing these things with no judgment, just watching like an outsider, looking down on your body. From here, begin to deepen and lengthen the breath, starting by lengthening the inhale, and then lengthening the exhale. Staying soft through the face and the jaw and the shoulders. Again, breathe in deeply. Sending breath to the back of the body, all the way down into the hips and the heels. Exhale completely. From here, we'll begin with our Ujjayi breathing. So this is like a slight contraction in the back of the throat. It's very similar to like the sound Darth Vader makes, similar to the sensation of fogging up a mirror with your breath. So if you're not familiar with Ujjayi, we'll take a big breath in, lips sealed. And then open the mouth, exhale, creating an audible breath out. Again, inhaling, long breath in. Same, opening the mouth. Last time, long, deep inhale. This time, sealing the lips, same contraction in the back of the throat. Audible Ujjayi. On your next inhale, bring gaze forward between thumbs, softly blinking the eyes open if they're closed. Feel the palms press down, especially behind the first and the second finger. And as we exhale, come through hands and knees, hook the toes, coming into our first downward facing dog of the practice. And bring any movement here that feels really good to you, maybe walking out the heels, bending one knee at a time. Letting the back of the neck be loose, giving the head a nod yes for all the wonderful things you're present to in this moment. And a shake from side to side, letting go of all the things that are not serving you right here on your mat right now. I like to drop my heels to one side, opening up the sides of my body. Maybe you like this too, coming up through toes, exhaling to drop. Inhaling through center, maybe lifting a limb at a time, shaking it out. Anything that feels excellent for you is what you should be doing right now. Maybe that means you're completely still. Take one more full deep breath in and your downward facing dog. And as we exhale, we'll find stillness. Here, your eyes are soft and open, gazing at a single point between your feet or at the bottom edge of your mat. Take one more full deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh. Inhale, come up onto tippy toes. And as we exhale, we'll flamingo walk, little tiny baby steps all the way to the front of the mat. Eventually arriving at the top. Here at the top, we'll inhale, lengthen halfway. Fingertips can be on the earth, the shins, or the thighs. Use your whole exhale out to fold forward. You'll also your feet wider here if that feels good. They can even be as wide as the edges of your mat. Knees can be straight or bent as deeply as you need to. The idea here is not to necessarily be opening the hamstrings and the calves yet, but really just relaxing through the spine. If it feels good, you can catch opposite elbows. Maybe stay here in stillness or rock the weight from left foot to right foot. Relocating that Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, make your way back to center if you're swaying. Exhale, release your elbows, plant the palms, heel toe your feet back together, hip bones distance, which is approximately equivalent to your two fists. Pressing down, and on your inhale, begin to root down through the feet to roll the body up one vertebra at a time, stacking knees over ankles. Hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Eventually rolling shoulders all the way up around the ears, back and down. Lift all 10 toes up off the mat, fan them out nice and wide and spread them back down. Drop the tailbone nice and long through the spine. Fingers spread wide in our Tadasana. Full breath in through the nose. Sigh out. Sun A will inhale, reach high. As we exhale, slowly use the full breath out, forward fold, thumbs through heart center. Bending the knees if you need to bring the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway again on the earth, the shins or the thighs. As we exhale, plant the palms, step one foot, then the other foot back, coming into a high push-up. Full breath in. This is Vinyasa option 1. As we exhale, we'll drop knees. Hugging elbows to brush the ribs, I'm gonna lower my chest and then my chin. Unhooking the toes, inhale, come forward, low ribs stay on the mat. Notice my elbows reaching back. As we exhale, come through hands and knees, hook toes. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, inhale. Exhale, 1. Wrap the elbows in towards your center line, widening through the shoulder blades. Exhale, 2. Press the feet and the palms into the floor, getting long through the spine. Bend the knees if you need to. Last full expansive breath in, fill the lungs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up onto tippy toes. And as we exhale again, walking the feet, starting with the opposite foot this time. Coming all the way to the top of the mat, bending the knees if you need to. Inhale at the top of your mat, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Soften through the toes, root down. As we inhale, this time bring arms wide, reverse swan dive. Come all the way to stand, fingers reach high. Exhale, thumbs come to heart. Inhale, expand, fingers reach tall. Second sun A, exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant palms, step back. Second variation of our vinyasa. If you like the first variation, stick with that. Otherwise, exhale, come onto tippy toes. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Elbows and shoulders are in one line. Inhale, glide forward, upward facing dog. Thighs are off the ground and engaged. Shoulders relax down. On your exhale, roll over the toes back to downward facing dog. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Full deep breath in. Exhale, 2. Last expansive breath in, soft through the neck, tongue is relaxed. As we exhale, either walk or bend the knees, gaze forward, engage low belly, and hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Moving at the pace of your own breath, inhale to rise. Exhale, flow forward, release down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant palms, step or hop back, high to low, either knees, chest, chin, or through chaturanga. Inhale, forward, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Preparing for sun B, take 1 full breath in. Exhale, make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Here, my big toes are gonna come to touch, a little space between the heels. Your feet can be hip bones distance wide. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, rise up, Utkatasana. Your Utkatasana can be nice and long, or your knees can be bent deeply. If you're feeling any uncomfortability in your shoulders, you can bend the arms coming into cactus. Wherever you go, drop the tailbone nice and long through the low spine for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog, lowering on the exhale. Inhale, forward, up dog. Exhale, back. Inhale, extend right leg high. From here, bend your top knee and stack the hips one on top of the other like a scorpion. Looking for some weight in both palms and your standing foot here. Top toes are spread wide, right knee lifts high. Think about lengthening across the whole right side of the body, pressing the floor away for 1 more inhale. As we exhale, come through center, step right foot to right thumb. Drop your back heel, preparing for hero 1. Inhale, rise up. So if you're feeling like you need more balance, you can heel toe your front foot wider. Think about grounding down through the outer edge of the back foot, so my back thigh is really engaging here. From this back heel, I'm going to begin to press my left hip forward, beginning to square my hips to the front of my mat. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to stay. Full breath in. Full breath out. Make sure you can see your front big toe for your last deep inhale. Exhale, thumbs through heart, plant them down. Step back, flowing or straight to downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, lift left leg. Bend the top knee, stacking the hips, scorpion pose on the second side. Begin to soften the standing heel towards the floor and soften those toes. Bring a focus to the palms, feeling the weight in both hands and that standing leg. Then begin to fan through the top foot. Lifting through the left knee, expand across the left side body. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, straighten through the left leg, step left foot all the way through. Drop the back heel, rise up. Again, heel toe that front foot wide if you want a little space between your tracks for stability. My low ribs are going to start to hug in, so instead of having this big curve in my front body and big curve in my low spine, I'm going to drop my tailbone and really lengthen out through my whole torso. Press down through the outer edge of that back foot, firing up through your glutes and your thigh to press that right hip forward. One more full, expansive breath in. Exhale, thumbs through heart, plant them both down, step back, and flow. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths in, inhale. Exhale, reconnect with your body. Inhale. Slow down the breath. Exhale. Last full deep breath in. Exhale, open mouth side. Inhale, tippy toes. Bend the knees. Exhale, gaze forward. Walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, rise up. Utkatasana, 1 breath. Exhale, flow. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant palms straight to downward facing dog or flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Drop the back heel, rise up. Hero 1. Right away, exhale, open up, hero 2. Back foot is now like if your mat is a clock, back foot is at like 9. Front foot is at 12. And a good point of reference here is wrists over ankles. We want to be able to see that front big toe, so maybe press your right knee out to the right a little bit. If you notice your shoulders are all squished up around your ears, bend the elbows and bring your elbows towards one another, creating lots of space around the neck. Lengthen fingers from heart, inhale. Exhale, soften. Soften through the toes, flip both palms to the sky, breathe in. As we exhale, drop the back palm to the back thigh, reach right fingertips to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Opening across the right side body, full breath in. Exhale, cartwheel both hands to the floor. Flowing or moving straight to your downward facing dog. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling to fold. Second side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb, drop the back heel, rise up. Open up, hero 2. Again, maybe bending those elbows, making space around the neck, reaching fingertips away. Left knee comes wide, wrists over ankles. Gaze is over front fingertips. Where your eyes go, your energy flows, so notice if your eyes are moving all over the place, find that single point. Really allow yourself to be here. Flip the palms, reach left fingers high, and then exhale, reverse, reverse. Open across that left side body. Back hand is weightless, so no pressure on that back leg. It's really our core and our obliques and our side abdominals that are keeping us here. 1 more full breath in, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands. Flow at your own pace. I'm seeing a big spider on the floor in here right now. I'm just gonna like yoga with that. 8 legs are better than 2, right? Full breath in. Full exhale. Deep breath in. Preparing to make our way to the front edge of the mat. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Or walk. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, fingertips expand. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Soften the shoulders down, maybe cactusing the arms if you need to. Remember, hugging those low ribs in, dropping the tailbone down. Last breath in. As we exhale, bring palms to heart. Find your left elbow, hook it to your right knee. Ideally, our hips and our knees are in one line. Both knees are in one line as well, so if you notice your left hip shifting forward a little bit, draw that left hip back. Press palm to palm. Wrap the shoulders back, lots of space around the ears. Weight is in the heels. If you're feeling any pressure in the wrists, you can bring fist to fist here. Full deep inhale. Exhale, twist more deeply. Think about the twist coming from the belly button first, working its way up through your thoracic upper spine, wrapping the shoulders back. And exhale, release the fold forward down. Heel toe your feet hip bones distance wide. Again, maybe using your fists to measure. Use your peace fingers to hook onto those big toes, bringing your thumbs to your toenails. Inhale, lengthen halfway. As we exhale, bring elbows wide, folding forward. Knees can be super bent here if that feels good. Ideally, the chest is married to the thighs here, so if you need to bend your knees like I do to do that, that's totally fine. Once you're starting to breathe more, opening up through the backs of the legs, you can begin to lengthen. Keeping the chest and the thighs as close together as you can. Long, steady breathing. Give the head a nod, yes. A shake from side to side. Press the toes down, drawing the fingers up, creating traction along the whole back body for one more breath in. Exhale, gently release. Heel toe, big toes back to touch. Bend the knees deeply, rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, thumbs to heart, switching sides, right elbow to left knee. Think about lengthening the crown of the head forward as the tailbone draws down and back. Low belly is engaged, feet are pressing the floor away. Find your ideal hand variation here. Two, full breath in. One, exhale, forward fold, release down. Heel toe your feet wide once more. Coming into Tadasana, I'm going to slide my hands right underneath my feet. Palms face up, stepping on my palms. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Soften through the neck. Soften through the jaw. And just feel your face completely melting. Jaw is relaxed. I can feel all my face muscles just kind of drooping towards the floor. Wiggle the toes, give your wrists a little massage, encouraging some more blood flow through the palms. Last full breath in. And the exhale, release the palms from beneath the feet. Heel toe your big toes to touch. Preparing for crane or crow, I'm going to walk my hands forward so that they're maybe, I don't know, like a little more than a foot in front of my feet. My pointer fingers are pointing to 12 o'clock, right at the front of my mat. Fingers are spread nice and wide, and my wrists are approximately shoulder width distance. I'm going to lift my hips up nice and high and break my knees wide like a frog. Here, I'm going to bend my elbows and bring my knees as close to my armpits as possible. This might be where you stay today, so you're really just thinking about core engagement, drawing up and in. Or, if you're feeling like it's available to you, I'm going to begin to rock my weight forward. My eyes are up here towards the front edge of my mat. Again, you might stay right here with toes on the floor, or you might lift one and then the other, or you might lift all 10 toes up off the floor. If crane or crow is already a part of your practice, you're going to start to press the floor away, beginning to lengthen the arms. You might even play with bringing one knee into the chest and then back onto the arm. Switching to the other knee. Back onto the arm. full breath in. Exhale, either step or float. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good work, full breath in. Exhale, drop the knees wide, big toes come to touch. Child's pose. Catch the breath. Expand breath into the lungs, all the way into the back body. Spread fingers wide, inhale, gaze forward, hook toes. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift right leg high. As we exhale, step right foot to right thumb. Option to bring the back knee down, maybe doubling the mat if that feels best for you, or keep the back knee lifted, and as we inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Soften shoulders down. Relax the tailbone down. Preparing for another twist, we're going to inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, bring palms to heart center. Again, find your left elbow. Hook it to the right knee. Now the goal here is to create as much space between the belly and the thighs as available for you. So just thinking about creating space here. Lift the back thigh to the sky. Press palm to palm, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Think about lengthening the crown of the head forward, the back heel to the back of the room. One more full, expansive breath in. Exhale, begin to drop the back knee all the way to the floor if it's not there already. Unhook the toes. Inhale, expand up. Exhale, reach the fingers up and back. Tiny baby back bend. The lift is coming from the sternum, lifting up. Exhale, release fingertips to either side of front foot. Notice if your ankle is not below your knee, if move your foot to wherever it needs to be at like a 90-degree here. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. As we exhale, sit the hips back, lift the toes to the top of the room, the ceiling, stretching across the hamstring. Bringing a flow, inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. We're going to take a pause in both positions, so inhale, come forward. You can stay here with fingertips on the floor, opening across our left psoas, or you can bring both palms to the front knee, gently clasping the hands, putting them over that front knee and pushing the knee away gently. Press down through the top of the foot, all of the toes of that back foot, down through the shin. Soften the shoulders away. Find your fixed gazing point. Taking one more breath, maybe keep the hands where they are. Inhale, lengthen fingers high. Exhale, release all 10 fingers to the floor. With that same breath out, sit the hips back, peeling the right toes towards the body. Back foot can stay flat on the floor as is, or you can hook those toes, depending on what feels best for you. Taking a few breaths here, continue to peel those toes back towards the body. If it feels good, you can use the inhale to lengthen, and the exhale to fold more deeply. One more full, expansive breath in. Exhale, stay or fold more. And as we inhale, begin to walk the body up. Lift the back knee, press the palms into the floor, hug the right knee into the chest, and send it back, maybe coming into a three-legged chaturanga. Both feet on the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Switching to the next side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Again, option to bring the back knee down or keep it lifted. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge, dropping down through the tailbone, lifting through the back thigh, and the hamstring really staying nice and strong through that back leg. Inhale here. As we exhale, bring palms to heart, hook right elbow to left knee. Palm presses deeply into palm. Back thigh stays strong, opening across the right psoas, bringing a gentle twist through the entire spine. Continue to think about space between the belly and the thigh. Press down through the feet. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Jaw is relaxed. One more full, expansive breath in. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring hands down, drop the back knee, unhooking that toe. Bring the ankle directly beneath the knee. Fingertips can stay on the floor or clasping opposite fingers on top. Rise up, pressing that left knee gently away. Begin to sink the hips forward, opening across now that right psoas. Soften the shoulders, soften the gaze. Press down through the spread toes of that back foot, pressing down through the top of that foot, even through the shin. Bringing even more opening through that right psoas. Stay here or expand the arms for one full breath. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, sit hips back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last expansive breath in. And exhale, sit the hips all the way back, pausing here. Back toes can stay hooked or unhooked, whatever feels best. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over that extended leg. So this pose can be as passive or as engaging as you want it to be. For more intense opening across the back of this hamstring, you really want to focus on drawing the pinky side edge of the foot towards the body. Thinking about a nice long spine, so if you're really rounded and the knee is bent, it's really okay, and it's a great slight inversion. But if you're looking for hamstring, you want to press down, pull back, lengthen the spine, and use the exhales to fold. Using the breath to flow for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up, plant both palms. Hook the back toe, lifting that back knee if it's not already. Hug the left knee in, sending toes back. 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Full breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Drop the back heel, rise up, hero 1. Exhale, open, hero 2. As we inhale, lengthen through that front knee. Preparing for Trikonasana, I want to keep my hips in one line with my whole body, like if you could look at me from the front, you'd be able to see my whole profile. Reaching fingertips all the way forward, left hip sends back. Gaze down at where my hand will go, either the shin or the earth. Lengthening left fingertips to the sky. Notice if the hips are back and the chest is sinking forward. If this is happening, walk the hand up the leg, either above or below the knee, or if you've got blocks available, this is a great place for those too. Gaze can be up towards thumb, directly in front of you, towards the floor, or even for a neck opener, I can very gently with my exhale release my right ear towards my shoulder. Both of my feet are pressing into the floor so I can feel an opening across my side body. Full breath in. Full exhale. Gaze up at the palm, thinking about your abdominals nice and strong. Use your inhale to rise all the way up. Right toes point towards the long side of the mat. All toes are pointing slightly in, heel slightly out. Hands to hips. Inhale, lift from the sternum. Elbows reach back. As I exhale, lead with the heart forward fold. Hands come down to the floor. If your hands or your head don't quite reach, you can heel toe your feet even wider, or you can place your fists or a couple of blocks underneath the forehead. Here we want to rock the weight forward so that our hips are in line with our heels. Some options for hands are to walk your hands back so your fingertips are in line with the toes. Back of the neck is soft wherever you go. You can bring the hands wide, catching onto the heels, or using your peace fingers to catch onto the big toes. Think about pressing the feet into the floor, engaging through the quads, wrapping the inner thighs back behind you so you can feel an opening across the glutes. Keep lots of space around the shoulders and the neck. Full on deep breathing. One more expansive breath in. Expansive breath out. If you've caught the heels or the big toes, walk the palms back to center. Everybody, inhale, lift halfway. Palms are on the floor. Heel toe of your feet in slightly. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift halfway only. Exhale here. Inhale slowly with the breath, rise all the way up. Point the right toes to the front of the mat. Left foot steps in about halfway. Preparing for a pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Back, before we move anywhere else, there's some space between the tracks of the feet. And your back foot is at maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock. Options for hands are they can stay on the hips, arms can come overhead, or you can catch the elbows behind the body or come into reverse namaste, depending on your availability in the shoulders. Wherever you are, inhale, lift the sternum up to the sky, soften the shoulders down. Exhale, lead with the heart forward, folding over the front leg. If this is feeling like a very intense hamstring opener, you can bend the front knee slightly. You can even lift that back heel slightly off the mat. Back of the neck is soft and relaxed. Ideally, hips are in one line. So you can bring your hand to your low spine if you're not sure where your hips are, and then rock your weight forward and back, and you'll notice your hips sway from side to side. We want our hips to be in that nice flat spot like someone could rest a teacup on the back of your body. Hopefully nobody is doing that to you though. Press down through both feet. Breathe more. One more full inhale. Full exhale. If you caught your arms in any sort of variation, release them down, bringing your fingertips slightly ahead of your front foot. Preparing for Gracious Hero 3, I'm going to rock all my weight into my front foot, lifting my back leg off the floor. Stay here with fingertips off the mat, just working on squaring the hips to the earth, or you can begin to bring palms to heart center. Keep palms here or expand the fingertips back. Wrapping the shoulders back just like you would in upward facing dog. One more full deep breath in. Exhale, everybody hands to heart, right fingertips to the floor. Coming into half moon, I'm going to begin to stack my left hip on top of my right. Left palm can stay at the heart just like I've got it now, or you can begin to expand the left fingertips to the sky. Breathe. One more full deep breath in. Exhale, release all the fingertips to the floor. Options are to step the left foot back, making your way into your vinyasa, or you can take some handstand kicks here. Hopping your right foot back with each kick, eventually making your way into your flow. Here we are, back where we began. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Drop the back heel, rise up, hero one. Exhale, open, hero two. Trikonasana on the second side. Inhale, lengthen through the front knee. Left fingertips reach all the way forward, right hip pops out. Take a peek down at where that hand will go, and then tip the body over. Soften the shoulders. Choose where your eyes will go. If you're lowering the ear to the shoulder, take it nice and slow with the breath. Remember, think about sending the tailbone down towards that back heel, pressing through both feet so we feel a big, juicy opening across the right side body. Soften through the toes. Notice your nice strong core, your super strong abdominals, and on your next inhale, use those muscles to bring you all the way up. Big toes in, heels slightly out. Again, hands come to hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lead with heart, forward fold all the way down. So a couple options here. You can take the same variation you took on the first side of that felt amazing. You can bring the hands to the low spine, clasping the palms, bending the elbows slightly, wrapping the shoulder blades in. With the heels of the hands glued together, we can begin to extend the arms up overhead. If this is happening to your hands with the heels of the palms apart, just bring the hands a little bit closer to the base of the spine. Another option here is to come into a tripod headstand. This is a safe part of your practice at home. Feel free to come into it anytime. If you're not really sure, but you'd like to give it a try, find a wall. Otherwise, you're going to bring your head down to the floor, bending the knees if you need to. I'm going to press my palms into the earth, making a triangle with my two hands and my head. From here, I'm going to bring my knees in to my elbows, maybe coming into the shape of an egg. This is a good starting option if you want to stay here. Or you can begin to lift the knees, expanding the feet to the sky. Wherever you go, you're breathing deeply, being mindful of your body. When you're ready to come out, if you're in your headstand, we'll bring the knees back down, bringing the feet wide. We'll all meet in wide-legged forward fold and one or two more breaths. From wherever you are, bring the palms to the floor beneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift halfway, only bringing hands to hips. Exhale here. Press down through the feet. Inhale, begin to rise all the way up to standing. Left toes point to the front of the room. Hop the back foot in about halfway. Check in with your alignment here, a little space between the feet. Back foot is out, like 2-ish o'clock. Hi, Jackie. Hi, buddy. Sorry about that. Inhale, reach the arms high, hands at heart, opposite elbow clasped behind the back, whatever variation you found on the first side. Inhale, lift the sternum. As we exhale, lead with the heart first. Nice flat spine. When you found your edge, you stay, and then allow the body to round. Again, notice where the hips are. If you need to bring the hands back to the hips, that's totally fine. There's time to start over if you need to. Find that flat place for the hips, and then we'll stay here and breathe. Continue to wrap the shoulders away from the ears, whatever arm variation you've chosen. Soften the jaw and the tongue. Fix your eyes. Focus on the breath, the sensations of the body. Allow your body to be in whatever shape it's in, no judgment. You are perfect exactly the way that you are. One more full, expansive, loving breath in. And as we exhale, release your arms, bringing the palms to the floor. Soften through that front knee, walk the fingers forward. Preparing for our Gracious Hero 3, we're going to rock the weight into the front foot and the fingers, lifting that back heel to the sky. Begin by squaring the hips to the floor. Either stay right here with fingertips on the mat or bring hands to heart center. Stay or expand fingertips to the back of the room. Inner thigh of the extended leg lifts to the sky, full breath in. Exhale, palms to heart, left fingertips to the floor. Begin to stack the hips. Right fingers reach to the sky. Breathe more. One more full breath in. As we exhale, all 10 fingertips come to the floor. Option to step back, flowing through your vinyasa. Or you can practice handstand kicks on the opposite side. Each kick brings your left foot closer to your chaturanga, eventually flowing. Inhale, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Notice the sensations of your body. Where are you feeling warmed up and open? Where are there feelings that you can completely let go of? Where in your body needs more breath? Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. As we exhale, we're going to make our way to Malasana. Bend the knees deeply. As we jump forward, the feet are going to come to the outside of the hands. From here, my toes will come wide. Hips sink nice and low. Elbows to the inner thighs, palm to heart. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Notice if you're super rounded in the shoulders or like you can hardly even fit your fingers between your shoulder and your neck. This is happening. Maybe bring the feet wider, or you can come up onto the toes. Otherwise, pause here and breathe for one full inhale. And as we exhale, sit all the way back, extending legs out in front of us. I like to remove my butt out from under me, so I'm sitting directly on my sits bones. Coming into staff pose Tadasana. Legs are extended out in front. If this is feeling uncomfortable, you can bring a little space between the heels, or your knees can be slightly bent. With legs straight, you'll pull the pinky side edge of the feet back towards the body. Big toe mounds press forward. Lift the heart straight in through the spine and wrap the shoulders back, bringing the palms to the floor. Strengthen every muscle through the legs. Think about the low belly drawing up, really strengthening through the core. Press the palms into the floor for 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry. Release. Bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. Inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, fold forward over the extended right leg. Breathing deeply. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left fingertips come to the floor. Lifting up onto the left shin, right foot comes flat on the mat. Reach right fingers up overhead, opening across the whole body, gate pose. And exhale, making our way all the way back down to the floor. Switching sides, extend left leg long. Right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Soften the shoulders back and down, inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last full inhale. Full breath out. Inhale, rise up, fingertips expand to the sky. Right fingertips come to the floor behind you. And as we inhale, press down through the right shin. Left foot comes flat on the mat, opening left arm wide. Big, juicy opening across the heart. And exhale, coming all the way back down. Bend both knees, feet come flat on the floor. Touching onto the backs of the thighs, we'll inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, begin to rock the weight between the sits bones and the tailbone, coming into Tadasana. So first step is toes on the floor. Maybe you stay right here, just working on lifting the low spine nice and long. Otherwise, maybe we'll begin to extend the feet, bringing the shins parallel to the mat, still holding onto the thighs. We can extend the arms forward. If you can stay long in the spine and it's available, you can begin to lengthen through the legs. For 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, expand the arms high. Exhale, touch all 10 fingertips to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, touch. Inhale, low belly strong. Touch. Once more each side. Inhale, touch. Inhale, touch. Inhale, raise your sails. And exhale, everything comes down, hug it in. Ooh, I love you, floor, I love you, legs. Inhale, lift. Roll all the way down into the spine. Hug the knees into the chest. Giving the whole body a little squeeze. Bring the arms between the thighs, catching onto the outer edges of both feet, lifting the feet to the ceiling. Press the feet up as you draw down with the hands, unfurling the tailbone onto the floor, maybe even a little space underneath your low back. Gently tuck the chin, lengthening across the back of the neck. And stay here in your happy baby in stillness, so you can rock the weight from side to side. If it feels good, you can even extend one or both legs at a time. Again, in stillness or flowing. Full breath in. Full breath out, beginning to unwind. Bending both knees if they're extended. Hugging the right knee into the chest, we'll extend the left leg long. Coming into a supine twist, you can either bring the right knee over the body right away, or for also an opening in the outside of the thigh, you can catch onto the right foot with the left palm. Extending that leg long, and then rolling over. Another option is to bend the bottom leg, touching onto the top of that foot. Soften both shoulders down towards the floor. Stay soft through the face. Full breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, come back to center. Tucking both legs in, and then switching sides, extending right leg long. Taking the same variation you found on the first side. Actually, going to catch my bottom foot first. Avoid any cramps. And then exhale to roll over. Ideally, both shoulders are down on the mat. Gaze can be up or over that right shoulder. Breath is still long and deep. Continuing to slow the body down. Your next in, make your way back to center. If there are any poses that you feel like you really need in your practice right now, please feel free to take them. Otherwise, we're going to make our way into Shavasana by releasing the legs, allowing the heels to come wide at the bottom of the mat. Toes fall effortlessly out to the sides. Arms come alongside the body, palms face up. Lifting the heart slightly, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Also, lift the back of the head slightly, tucking the chin, lengthening across the back of the neck. Notice the toes completely relax. Notice the feet, the calves and the shins relax. The knees, the thighs, and the hamstrings soften. The pelvis and the hips and the glutes all relax. The belly and the waistline soften down. The ribs, the middle back, chest, the upper back, all soften. The shoulders and the upper arms, the forearms and the wrists are effortless. Palms, the thumb, the pointer, middle, ring, and are all soft. The neck and the throat relaxed. The jaw and the tongue are relaxed. The skin of the face and the eyeballs, back of the skull are relaxed. Crown of the head is completely relaxed. Know that there is no other place for you to be. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. Everything is exactly as it should be. You are perfect exactly as you are. Stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you like. And now with me, you can feel the hands and the toes. Take a full deep breath in, extending arms overhead, a full body long. As we exhale, hug the knees into the chest, giving the body a gentle squeeze. Roll over onto one side, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Press down through your bottom palm, bring it all the way up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Notice both sits bones remain down. Spine is tall. Palms come together, the thumbs are heart center. And we'll close with one unifying home. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way. Bring thumbs to your third eye point between your eyebrows. divine light in you creates and acknowledges the divine light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you had a great at-home practice.